Hi, everybody. This is Nanette Whitman-Holmes, your friendly life enrichment director here at Touchmark on Saddle Drive. And we are coming together today to do Touchmark trivia. So if you haven't been downstairs to the mail area, there are some Touchmark trivia sheets. There are answer sheets that look like this that can make it a little bit easier for you to follow along and participate in our rounds. So there's an answer sheet like this. On the front side of the page, it has the rules for Touchmark trivia on here. And the rules are pretty basic. Just play along as you're able. Turn in your answer sheet, whether it's this one or just the answers that you've written on a piece of paper. Turn those into the front desk to me, and I'll give you a prize just for participating. Have fun. Answer the questions to the best of your ability. I'm not looking for the right answers. I already have those. So I'm just looking to see that you had fun, you answered appropriately. Even if you don't get the answers, that's okay. There's no special prize for getting them all right. You can turn in your answer sheet at any time during the week. You don't need to turn it in right away, but we just want you to have fun playing. So thank you to our faithful participants. Cordell up on the third floor. We're happy that you're playing. Pat also up on the third floor. Steve and Ethel, I appreciate your participation. Ralph and Linda downstairs on the first floor. I always like to have you play. Rose Bertolio and Jean, thank you for playing along. If you turn in a paper to me, I will send you a prize. So that's always a good thing. So with that, let's get to our Tuesday Touchmark trivia. I asked 10 questions. I repeat each question. And at the end of the round of 10 questions, we'll go over the answers. And then you just have to self-correct your sheet. Mark how many you got right. Mark how many you got wrong. Make a little note of that on your paper somewhere. Most people get around 50 to 60% of the answers. So don't beat yourself up if you don't get them all right. It's okay. So just answer to the best of your ability and have fun as we play along. So with that, let's start the first round of 10 questions. Question number 1 of round 1. Sylvester, the cartoon cat, is always trying to catch a little yellow canary. What is that canary's name? So question number 1. Sylvester, the cartoon cat, is always trying to catch a little yellow canary. What is that canary's name? That's question 1. Question number 2. Kobe Bryant played for which NBA team? So that's question number 2. Kobe Bryant played for which NBA team? That's question number 2. Question number 3. What state marks the northern end of Interstate 95? So I think we've discussed the interstate system in our trivia times before. But the question for number 3 is, what state marks the northern end of Interstate 95? All right, now we're on question number 4. Tell me what the line of paper towels is that calls itself the Quicker Picker Upper. What brand? So what is the line or the brand of paper towels that calls itself the Quicker Picker Upper? That was question number 4. Question number 5. Ship of the desert is a term that refers to what animal? So number 5. Ship of the desert is the term that's used to refer to what animal, to which type of animal? All right, question number 6. What part of the Constitution begins, "We the people of the United States," in order to form a more perfect union? Anyway, question number 6, what part of the Constitution begins, "We the people of the United States"? Now we'll go into question number 7. Number 7, The art of Japanese paper folding is called what? So question number 7. The art of Japanese paper folding is called what? All right, we're on to question number 8. 75% of 1,000 is what? You know, I always like to throw in a little math. So question number 8. 75% of 1,000 is what? All right, and I always have to throw in a really hard question. Question number 9. Mycology is the scientific study of what? So that's question number 9. Mycology, and it's spelled M-Y-C-O-L-O-G-Y. Mycology is the scientific study of what? And question number 10. What colors make up the Australian flag? So question number 10. Which colors are included in or make up the Australian flag? That's number 10. All right, I'll give you a couple seconds to go back and look over your answers. See if there's any that you've thought of and you want to fill back in. When we play this game in person, I can go back and repeat. If somebody said, I missed this question, I can repeat it. But in this instance, I cannot. So we'll go back and we'll go over our questions. Mark down the ones you have right and wrong. Keep track of that tally at the end. So question number 1 was, Sylvester the cartoon cat is always trying to catch a little yellow canary. What is that canary's name? Hopefully you know there is Sylvester and Tweety, or Tweety Bird, or Tweety Pie. He's known by all of those names. So Tweety, Tweety Bird, or Tweety Pie would all be correct answers. Question number 2, Kobe Bryant played for which NBA team? So his recent death in a helicopter accident put him in the news. And hopefully you remember that Kobe Bryant played for the Lakers, the Los Angeles Lakers. That's question number 2. The answer to number 3, what state marks the northern end of Interstate 95? Well, if you know our interstate system, you know the 5s run north and south. The 0s run east and west. I-5 is on the west coast. I-95 is on the east coast. It runs from Florida. I think it runs from Miami, clear up the coast to Maine. So the answer to number 3 is Maine. All right, number 4. It's the line of paper towels that calls itself the Quaker Picker-Upper. So you've probably seen their commercials. Bounty. Bounty paper towels are known as the Quaker Picker-Upper. So Bounty is the answer to 4. Question number 5. Ship of the desert is a term that refers to which animal? Well, ship of the desert, that's a camel. They had the caravans of camels, and ship of the desert would be a camel. I actually saw where Australia has more camels than Egypt. Who knew? All right, so number 5, the answer was camel. Number 6, what part of the Constitution begins with the words, "We, the people of the United States"? If you know your Constitution, you know that that is the start of the preamble. So the preamble is the answer to number 6. Number 7, the art of Japanese paper folding is known as what? Well, we do it as a craft here at Touchmark occasionally. It's known as origami. So origami is the answer to number 7. Number 8, that's the math question. 75% of 1,000 is what? Oh, that was an easy one. Everybody should have got that. 750 is 75% of 1,000. So 750 would be the answer to number 8. Number 9, this is the one I thought would be hard. Mycology is the scientific study of what? I don't think we have any mycologists that live here at Touchmark. Maybe some amateur ones, but mycology is the scientific study of fungi. There's a joke that goes with that. I'm not going to go there. So mushrooms and fungi is what a mycologist would study. So fungi. Number 10, which colors are included in the Australian flag? Well, it's kind of like our flag. It's red, white, and blue because it's a version of the British flag that we were colonies of at one time. So red, white, and blue is the answer to number 10. That's the end of round 1. We'll start round 2 here. I'll give you a few moments just to tabulate your answers. And we will go on to the round 2. Take a little breath. And let's start with question number 1. This one's a tricky one. Question number 1. What are the only animals that have legs but truly can't walk? I know, my son and I had a whole discussion on this. But what is the only animal that has legs but can't walk? That's question number 1. All right, question number 2. LPG is another term for propane. But what do the letters LPG stand for? So LPG is another name for propane. And LPG stands for what? What do the letters stand for? Represent. All right, that's question number 2. Question number 3. How many players are on a hockey team? So this would be how many players from one side are on the ice at one time, not counting the ref. So how many players are on a hockey team? That's question number 3. All right, question number 4. The 2022 Winter Olympics are scheduled to be held in what country? So we just had the Summer Olympics in Tokyo in Japan, canceled, postponed, hopefully. But where are the 2022 Winter Olympic Games going to be held? That's question number 4. All right, question number 5. Oh, I stumped my son when I previewed these questions with him. Question number 5. On a modern piano, there are 88 keys. How many of those are ivory or white? How many white keys are on a piano? You might have to do some math and know your scales and all of that. Anyway, that's question number 5. The modern piano has how many white or ivory keys? All right, question number 6. I'm glad you have your pencils handy because you might need to write this down. So question number 6. In Roman numerals, the letters C, X, 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 V, I represent what number? I'm going to repeat that. In Roman numerals, the letters C, X, 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 V, I would represent what number? So write that down again. C, X, 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 V, I. What number does that represent in Roman numerals? Okay, that's question 6. Question number 7. A parliament is the name of a group of which animals? So we have a herd of cows and we have a gaggle of geese. We would have a parliament of what kind of animal? So that's question number 7. A parliament is the name of a group of what kind of animals? I think you rarely see them in a group. Anyway. All right, number 8. Coal, oil, and natural gas are the 3 main types of what? So that's question number 8. Coal, oil, and natural gas are the 3 main types of what? Write your answer down for number 8. All right, question number 9. The famous islands of Santorini, Corfu, and Rhodes are part of what country? So that's question number 9. The famous islands of Santorini, Corfu, and Rhodes belong to which country? That's question 9. And now we're on question 10, last question of round 2. I've asked this one before, so I hope you all remember it. Question 10. Bronze is a combination of what two metals? So bronze, you get a bronze medal for third place. Bronze is a combination of two metals. What are those two metals that combine to make bronze? All right, that's question 10. That's the last one of this round. Go back and figure out if you need to fill any in if you remembered the answers. And let's start with our review. So mark the ones you have right, mark the ones you have wrong. And here we go. Question number 1, I ask, which are the only animals that have legs but can't walk? Okay, so there was some contention on this. The answer is hummingbirds. So hummingbirds are birds. They have two legs, but they can't walk on them. In fact, they can't even really hop or shuffle or push themselves. So bats are another animal that have a really difficult time walking, but they can use their legs to at least propel or shuffle their body so they can walk in a fashion. Hummingbirds apparently can't. So the answer is that hummingbirds have legs but can't walk. They only fly. All right, number 2, LPG is another name for propane. What do the letters LPG stand for? I'll give you a clue right now. The P does not stand for propane. I gave that to you. So LPG stands for liquefied petroleum gas. LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, is propane. All right, question number 3. How many players are on a hockey team? If you're a hockey fan, you would know there are 6 players on a team. So there's like 3 in the middle, 2, and then the goalie or something like that. So 6 on any given team, 5 players and a goalie. All right, number 4. The 2022 Winter Olympics are scheduled to be held in what country? Would you believe they're scheduled to be held in China? I think we just had them in South Korea. Didn't we just have Seoul, South Korea? Maybe that was summer games. No, I'm pretty sure it was winter. Anyway, Korea. That's where we're having, I'm sorry, I'm going to take that back. China, 2022 Winter Olympics are in China. And that was the answer to number 4. So number 5, the modern piano has how many white or ivory keys? Well, there's 88 keys on a piano. You knew that. Then you just had to subtract the number of black keys on there. A modern piano has 52 white or ivory keys. So 52 is the answer to number 5. All right, number 6. In Roman numerals, the letters C, XXX, VI represent what number? So that number would be 136. C is 100, 3 X's, that's 30. V for 5 and 1 more for 6. So 136 is the answer to number 6. All right, number 7. A parliament is a name for what group of animals? You would have a parliament of owls. Have you ever seen a parliament of owls? I have not. So I've seen an owl. I've seen a nest of owls, but never a group of owls. So I've never seen a parliament of owls, but owls is the answer to number 7. All right, number 8. Coal, oil, and natural gas are the 3 main types of what? They are the 3 main types of fossil fuels. So hopefully you got that one. Oil, coal, and natural gas are fossil fuels. All right, number 9. The famous islands of Santorini, Corfu, and Rhodes belong to what country? Hopefully at least one of them was familiar, but they belong to the country of Greece. They are all Greek islands. There are tons of Greek islands. I looked on the map. I just tried to pick out the 3 main ones that people might know. So Santorini, Corfu, and Rhodes are all part of Greece. All right, last one, question number 10. Bronze is a combination of what 2 metals? Bronze is a combination of copper and tin. So copper and tin combine to make bronze. All right, that's the end of round 2. We're on to round 3. I'm going to jump right into those 10 questions. And here we go. We're ready. All right, question number 1 of round 3. Which 3 planets are closest to the sun? So what are the first 3 planets in our solar system if you start with the one closest to the sun? So that's question number 1. Which 3 planets are closest to the sun? Question number 2. Which continent has the most countries? I hope you just know it because they're really hard to count in your head. So question number 2, which continent has the most countries? That's question 2. I'm not even asking you to tell me how many, just which continent. It's not Antarctica. All right, or Australia. I got rid of 2 of them. Now you have 5 to choose from. All right, question number 3. What ocean animal looks like a pincushion? That's a good one. Question number 3. What ocean animal looks like a pincushion? So you can picture it under the water. It's got those wavy little pincushiony things. Sometimes they're purple. What is that animal called? All right, and it is an animal, it's not a plant. All right, question number 4. Where is the world's largest railway station located? Okay, and by this, I mean like the largest building. I had, again, the son that I previewed these by, he said, well, the largest in volume. I don't know. It's the largest structure for a train station in the world. Where is that at? Where is the world's largest railway station located? That's question number 4. All right, question number 5. Whose face is on the dime? I don't even have one by me, but on a dime, whose face is on that dime? That's question number 5. Be specific. That's my other part of that question. All right, question number 6. How many curves are in a standard paper clip? I might have a paper clip around here. How many curves are in a standard paper clip that looks like this? I'm not going to show you too much. That's question number 6. How many curves are in a standard paper clip? All right, question number 7. My math question. What is 2 cubed, or 2 to the 3rd power? What number would that be? What is 2, the number 2, cubed, with a little 3 next to it? What is 2 cubed, or 2 to the 3rd power? What number would that be? That's question number 7. All right, question number 8. A military leader might not be very effective if they had ballistophobia, which is a fear of what? So question number 8. A military leader might not be very effective if they had ballistophobia, which is a fear of what? That's question 8. All right, question number 9. Who is the younger son of Prince Charles and Princess Diana? What is his name? That's question number 9. Who is the younger son of Prince Charles and Princess Diana? Question 9. All right, the last question of this round, number 10. What is the only fruit that has the seeds on the outside instead of the inside? You could think an apple has it on the inside, an orange has it on the inside, even bananas have them on the inside. What is the only fruit that has the seeds on the outside? That's question 10. We all love it. All right, let's go back over the answers, and we'll get back there to question number 1. Which 3 planets are closest to the sun? Well, we're one of them, Earth. So Mercury, Venus, Earth. Those are the 3. Then Mars is behind us. That's number 4. So Mercury, Venus, and Earth are the answer to number 1. Those are the 3 closest planets. Question number 2. What continent has the most countries? I actually thought it was Asia. I was wrong. It is Africa. Africa has 53 recognized countries. It does have 1 disputed territory, which I think is Western Sahara, and 1 country that's not recognized, which is like Somaliland or something like that. But 53 recognized countries. Asia has 48, so they're pretty close behind it there. All right, question number 3. What ocean animal looks like a pincushion? Well, if you're from a coastal state, this is probably pretty easy for you, but it's a sea urchin or an urchin. is the answer to that one. They're the little wavy, pincushiony ones. So a sea urchin is the answer to number 3. Question number 4. Where is the world's largest railway station located? Oh, it's here in the U.S. Grand Central Station in New York City. So Grand Central Terminal is actually what it's known, on Park Avenue in New York City. So Grand Central Station is the answer to number 4. Number 5, whose face is on a dime? I did not think I had a dime. I do have a dime. The face on the dime, of course, is Roosevelt. It is Franklin D. Roosevelt. It's right there, Franklin Roosevelt. I think you can see it. Yes, he's on the dime, Franklin Roosevelt. All right, number 6, how many curves are in a standard paper clip? Right here, there's 3. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 curves on a standard paper clip. So that's the answer to number 6. All right, number 7, 2 cubed is what? Or 2 to the 3rd power is what? So that would be 2 times 2 times 2, 8. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8. So 8 is the answer to number 7. All right, number 8. A military leader might not be very effective if he had ballistophobia, which is a fear of what? It's a fear of bullets or missiles or getting shot. Well, maybe he'd be a good leader, I don't know. But it is a fear of missiles or bullets, or it's a fear of being shot with a projectile. All right, that's number 8. Number 9, who is the younger son of Prince Charles and Princess Diana? That would be Prince Harry, who recently relocated here to the U.S. So Prince Harry is the answer to number 9. And number 10, what is the only fruit that has its seeds on the outside? I love them. Strawberries have the seeds on the outside instead of the inside. Every other fruit has them on the inside. Even like berries, like raspberries, are technically in the fruit, not on the outside. So a strawberry is the answer to number 10. All right, we are on to our last round of 10 questions. So let's jump right in. Take that last deep breath and let's go with these ones. Question number 1. You know I love geography. So 1 is a geographic question. What sea lies to the east of Italy? So you can picture the boot of Italy. What sea lies to the east of Italy? What do we call that sea? That's question number 1. What sea lies to the east of Italy? All right, question number 2. You're going to love this one. What did the 3 little pigs shout back when the wolf hollered, "Let me in"? Then what did the 3 little pigs say? So that's question number 2. What did the 3 little pigs shout back when the wolf hollered, "Let me in"? And you have to say it like that or you can't get it. So that's question number 2. All right, question number 3. How many colors are on a Rubik's Cube? So you remember that fun little colorful cube that you had to spin around and gave up on? Well, I did. All right, how many colors are there on a Rubik's Cube? All right, question number 4. In what sport was Gordie Howe a superstar? If you don't recognize that name, then you will not know what sport he was in, but take a guess anyway. So question number 4. In what sport was Gordie Howe a superstar? All right, question number 5. What cat vanishes in Wonderland, leaving only its grin behind? So the book Alice in Wonderland. What cat vanishes, leaving only its smile, its grin behind? What is that cat called? All right, number 6. That was question 5. Question number 6 is what we're on. Name one of the 2 countries that border Mexico's southern border. Well, I'll give that one to you. Name one of the 2 countries that share Mexico's southern border. So Central America comes down to that little skinny part. 2 countries border the southern part of Mexico. Name one of them. That's question number 6. Question number 7. What famed American painter used flowers, bones, and skulls as the subjects of her large and beautiful paintings? So that's question number 7. What famed American painter used flowers, bones, and skulls as subjects for her large and beautiful paintings? So I told you it's a she. I've just eliminated half the artist. And she used the flowers, bones, and skulls. That's question 7. Right, question number 8. In The Wizard of Oz, why can't the Tin Man move when Dorothy first meets him? If you remember the movie or the book, if you read the book. Question number 8. Why can't the Tin Man move when Dorothy first meets him? All right, question number 9. Which planet has the highest number of moons? I'm not even going to ask you how many, but which planet has the most moons? And our last question, final question of round 4, final question of our trivia today. What are baby beavers called? They're probably about to have their babies, I would guess, in their beaver lodges. So question number 10, what are baby beavers called other than baby beavers? Right, that's question 10. Let's go back and review this one. Here we go. Question number 1, I asked, what sea lies to the east of Italy? You can picture it. It kind of goes Italy and then it turns to Greece right there. That sea is the Adriatic. Venice is up there. They ruled the Adriatic for ages. So the Adriatic Sea is the answer to number 1. Number 2, what did the 3 little pigs shout when the wolf hollered, "Let me in"? They said, "Not by the hair on our chinny chin chin." So that's the answer, not by the hair on our chinny chin chins. That's the answer to number 2. Number 3, how many colors are on a Rubik's Cube? This was like a gimme question. It's a cube. There's 6 sides, so there were 6 colors that were on the Rubik's Cube because there was a different color on every side. So 6 is the answer to number 3. Number 4, in what sport was Gordie Howe a superstar? Gordie Howe was a hockey player. I can't say anything else about him. I don't know what team he played on. I just read the answer. I don't even know if I could. I think I could have answered that correctly because that's almost like a Babe Ruth question. What famous hockey player played for blah, blah, blah? It's either Wayne Gretzky or Gordie Howe. So Gordie Howe was a hockey player. So hockey was his sport. All right, number 5. What cat vanishes in Wonderland, leaving only his grin behind? So if you remember the story, the movie, the book, whichever, it's the Cheshire Cat, however you want to say it. The Cheshire Cat leaves his grin behind and vanishes. All right, number 6. Name one of the 2 countries that share Mexico's southern border. So we share Mexico's northern border. That would be the U.S. The southern border is shared by Guatemala and Belize. So those are the 2 countries that share the southern border with Mexico, Guatemala and Belize. All right, number 7. What famed American painter used flowers, bones, and skulls as subjects for her large and beautiful paintings? I'm a huge fan. Georgia O'Keeffe is the answer to that one. Beautiful paintings. I would say Southwest, but she also painted, I believe, in New York State and had some wonderful landscapes from there. But Georgia O'Keeffe is the answer to number 7. Question number 8, why can't the Tin Man move when Dorothy first meets him in The Wizard of Oz? Because he was rusted. He was tin and he was rusted. So if you remember the scene in the movie, she's oiling him with a little oil can. So the Tin Man was rusted, and that was why he couldn't move. All right, question number 9, which planet has the most moons? Jupiter. And Jupiter has 63 moons. We have 1. Jupiter has 63. So Jupiter is the answer to number 9. And number 10, what are baby beavers called? Oh, they're adorable. They are called kittens. Beavers have kittens. I didn't know. All right, so self-correct that. Write your answers down. Remember, I don't care how you spell it. If you got the answer in your own way of spelling it, I'll see that. So no points taken off for spelling. I hope you had a great time, and turn your sheets in to me sometime this week, and I'll leave a prize at your door. Thank you for playing, and I will see you next Tuesday.